Kenya has been rocked by protests for weeks, now sparked by a finance bill introduced high taxes on a population that was already suffering from the high cost of living. Welcome back to the international circus we call the news. Tonight, we focus on Kenya, home to Simba, Eliud Kipchoge, and some of the world's most corrupt politicians. Kenya, like many other emerging markets, has for a while been in debt distress and is now reeling from the aftermath of the pandemic and its bad leadership. Kenyans accuse William Ruto, whom they have branded Zakayo, the biblical reference to the tax collector, of mismanaging the economy and of being very corrupt. And to add injury to the wound, and following the playbook of the International Monetary Fund, Kenya introduced a set of new austerity measures, taxes, and also repealed some of the subsidies that were in place. The latest of this were introduced in the Finance Bill 2024. Meanwhile, senior government officials taunted the youth by flaunting their supposed stolen wealth on social media or outrightly insulting them on Twitter. I think that's what sparked it. Youth in their droves went out to the streets for days. They breached parliament and forced the government to backtrack, to repeal the bill. Dozens of people lost their lives in that process. The movement has since morphed to an almost vote of no confidence in the leadership of Ruto, who a decade and a half ago, if you remember, was charged at The Hague for his role in the Kenyan post-election violence. Ruto fired his entire cabinet. But him being a politician is trying to play the political game as well as he can. Only a few months ago, he was the darling of the West, receiving a White House reception hosted by President Biden. He believes his choices are not limited to either listening to the people or listening to the IMF. It's a game of cat and mouse, and we're here to see how it plays out. This is Samuel Gebre for the Evening News.